I think one of the important lessons that have come out of research out of the last 30 years is growth doesn't need to be inclusive. That is to say, trickle-down economics, the idea that you could have growth and everybody benefits, a rising tide lifts all boats, is not true. So there is the danger that you have growth which leaves most people behind. And that's exactly what's happened in the United States, where the top 10% has seen growth, the bottom 90% has seen stagnation. We've been having here a discussion on looking at the data, and correct data suggests that things are even worse than what has been commonly perceived. The second idea that I think is really important is that we've now come to understand that shared growth or inclusive growth is actually more likely to be sustained and faster growth. So that there's the both change of the causality are different. It used to be thought that increasing those GDP numbers helped everybody. But now we know that helping everybody actually is good for increasing the GDP numbers. Now, in terms of the model of the German social market economy, that's very linked with this last idea. Because if there is an economic framework that ensures that whatever prosperity a country has, it's more likely to be shared, that means it's more likely to be both sustainable growth and robust growth. One aspect to link this to standard economics, there was a long time of belief that markets by and large were efficient. And then we came to understand that there were a large number of market failures. They don't deal with the environment. Obviously, they don't deal well with financial stability, the banking system. Lots of instances where markets don't do well. There are two fundamentals, though, where the failures, or three fundamentals, where the failures are so great that there is a big role for the government. One of these is that markets typically don't provide adequate social protection. That our system, we don't have private unemployment insurance, systems of public health insurance work so much better, and some of the theories that I've developed explain why that is the case. So social protection, in one way or another, core to the social market economy, is an important market failure where you need a role for government. Secondly, even the most ardent advocates of the markets never said that the distribution of income that came out of that would be fair, acceptable. But normally, or in the past, we said, don't worry about that. We would use the political mechanism to redistribute. Now we know that the political mechanism often fails. And in fact, if you have a lot of economic inequality, it's likely to fail more because money talks. Money is important in politics. But we now also know that when you have more economic inequality, the system doesn't do as well. So that inequality is in itself a market failure because it is an important aspect of the well-functioning of the market system. And the final thing, which is related to my book that's coming out in October, is that at the core of wealth creation, at the core of increases in our standard of living, is innovation, learning. And markets on their own don't do well on that either. And that you need an important role of government to promote learning, to promote basic R&D, to create the basis of a learning society.